Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Snack. We've got live tournament action coming at you right now. It is going to be on GSL's Calm Before the Storm, Crylogic, and Odanrot. Odanrot. I think we'll just call him Odanrot. Like maybe it's kind of like a Norse god or something. Odanrot. I don't know. Who knows? It's actually kind of a cool name. It is, however, a little bit difficult for me to figure out what it means or how to pronounce it, but that's okay. Crylogic, that I can figure out. That makes sense to me. Ooh, and he's got a nice little decal there. Look at that decal. That's actually pretty awesome. That makes me want to switch to Zerg just to get that decal. Actually, that decal would look nice on a Protoss building, by the way. I think I'll do that. I'm going to shoot for it. We'll see if I'll be able to get it done. Now, Odanrot here with a standard Terran decal. Not bad. It is looking good. He is going to be Teal Terran down in the bottom left-hand corner. In the top left, it is Crylogic. He is Red Zerg with that super cool decal. Not a bad deal. Let me shoot out to the website here real quick, just to let you know what we're dealing with for your players. Crylogic, going to be a Diamond level player, and Odanrot is a Gold level player. So Diamond versus Gold here. That's kind of interesting. We'll say Crylogic probably has a little bit of an advantage moving in, but Odanrot at Gold probably going to have at least the knowledge base available to him that he can potentially take down a win here versus Crylogic. So it'll come down to his ability to execute here. He is currently going to be putting down a wall. Is that tight? It almost looks like it's not tight to me. Like right there. I can't really tell. It's not tight. Look at that. Absolutely not tight. Yikes. Okay, so that's scary. Odanrot could potentially be in a lot of trouble because of that. He is trying to wall this off tightly. He thinks that he's walling this off by starting the supply depot. However, there is a huge gaping hole here. Crylogic, on the other hand, doesn't have to worry about walling off. He is a Zerg player and going to be tossing down a hatchery. A good old fast expand here from Crylogic. Now, they are playing on Calm Before the Storm, which tends to be an extremely large map, and a lot of the time we do see good, solid macro games here. Welcome, JJD97. Welcome, welcome. Out on the live stream. And back here at Odanrot's base, he does have his gas going down, as well as some Marines now pumping out of his barracks. And he is going to be grabbing his orbital command. So a good standard opener here from Odanrot, all except for the kind of failed wall off that we're seeing here. Does appear to be have failed there pretty hardcore. Looks like he's going to try and toss down a second racks here. Maybe it's some 2 racks pressure. Not a bad deal. Could potentially catch Crylogic off guard, since he has not quite scouted his opponent here. Here he comes, though. Looks like he is going to make that scout drone get in there just in time. Odanrot cruising around the other side of the map. We'll see if he's going to find his opponent here momentarily. It is going to take a while. This map is humongous. Absolutely huge. Just the one gas right now for Crylogic. He appears to be going straight for his metabolic speed boost, and then probably we'll see him cut gas production for just a little while, unless he is going to go for banelings or early roaches. We shall see. Now, I do want to mention that Lord Frisia out on the live stream is saying that if he does not fix this wall, he is going to get absolutely demolished. And I agree. It looks like he has fixed it in one way or another. It is a kind of an interesting wall. It's like a big C, like a C clamp. But that works. At least it's tight. I think it's definitely going to be Zergling proof at this point. So that was actually pretty good stuff there from Odanrot. Appears to be in just fine shape. He's going to be grabbing a factory here. Double racks. He does have a tech lab out. Nothing from the tech lab quite yet. And still pumping out Marines. So I assume he's going to grab an upgrade here. Yep, indeed. He is going to grab Combat Shield first. Going to beef up his units. Not a bad little deal. And double gas going down for Odanrot, I assume, is for his mostly tank production. Has got to be what it's going to be here, I think. And he is putting down that tech lab on his factory, so he appears to be in okay shape. Moving forward, let's just check in on that economy. 22 drones to 21 SCVs. So, actually, the economies, they're fairly even until just now. It looks like Crylogic beefing that economy up. Hard to the core, he is going to be grabbing his Roach Warren just now. Let's see where he's putting it. There is his Roach Warren. Canceled something. What was it? Oh, there it is. Oh, it was his Spine Crawler. He picked it out of the ground. picked it up right out of the ground and made it burrow itself back. Going to hold the ramp here. Nice creep spread here from Crylogic. Looks like he is going to be pushing this creep spread forward. In the meantime, Odanrot is taking an expansion. He's got that thing about 50% complete in his pocket expansion in the back of his main there. Looking good. We do have some Lings cruising out across the map. Looks like Odanrot may be gearing up for a push, especially now that his Roach Warren is complete. Not a bad idea if he can get the right number of roaches out. Let's just check back in on that economy. He's not been droning up thus far since that last very large wave of drones, and now it is indeed roaches. I think we are going to see a big roach push from him here momentarily. Now, we do have siege tech going to be on the way, and these siege tanks will be super effective at holding that off, but if there's only the one, maybe less so, but I don't know, man. This wall being so big, the tank should be way out of range of the roaches, and that should make it a lot easier for defense of this position to go down. So Crylogic really going to have to make something happen quickly if he hopes for that to go. Oh, okay. So C-Calm's letting me know that I'm mispronouncing Odanrot's name. It is Vapukapoodle. So now we know better. That makes sense. So I mean, I can see that now. Definitely see that. And if you can't trust C-Calms, who can you trust, right? Am I right? I mean, am I right? Absolutely, I'm right. Cool, so we do have Crylogic here. He's got a whole bunch of roaches and lings now out on the field. See if he's going to be cruising out here. Ooh, this is going to be a dicey moment, though. He does have a supply advantage. A lot more roaches going to be out on the field here momentarily, but Odanrot has got a nice looking siege line here. He's going to have 3 tanks out, all sieged up at the ready, and the roaches really won't be able to deal with these guys very quickly. Oh my goodness, but Odanrot is going to be cruising out across the map. Yikes. Now this is good news for Crylogic because he didn't want to really engage at this position here. But engaging out on the field is going to be a lot more effective for him. And so moving forward here, Odanrot could be potentially putting this army at risk. He doesn't have, well, I mean, he did toss down a scan. We saw the scan, but I don't think he really gauged the size of this army well enough. I just don't think that this is the right time for him to be moving out. You can see Crylogic taking out a lot of Marines already. Tanks can be sieging up, and Crylogic backing out immediately there. Nice little control. And he did take a couple hits from the siege tanks, but the roaches should be okay. We do see a lot more roaches and some lings going to be cruising out on the field. Notice he's producing more. 2 more roaches, 8 more lings. So we should see him continuing to produce more roaches and lings as he moves forward. But Odanrot going to be in decent position to potentially do some damage. Tanks going to be sieging up. The roach is already up in their face, however, and it looks like Odanrot's army is going to get absolutely obliterated here. Crylogic, Merry Christmas, says Crylogic. That wasn't very Christmas-like, right? He's not following the Christmas spirit. He is about to smash Odanrot into the ground with as much force as he possibly can. There is going to be 1 siege tank here for defense, but I think with the size of this army that he should be able to take a lot of damage here from these tanks and bust down this wall at the same time. We'll see if he's going to be able to do that or not. But here comes your attack. Crylogic going to be beefing up. Look, notice these tanks are not sieged here either. That is a scary thing to me. He's really going to need to siege these guys up. There we go. There we go. And Crylogic biding his time, though. I would have liked to have seen him cruise up there a little bit sooner, but now that these tanks are sieged, he is going to be backing out. Notice he is securing his 3rd, but he is going to probably try and keep his opponents secured on these 2 bases. Allowing Odanrot to expand at this point is just flirting with disaster. So notice that Crylogic going to be beefing up for a 4th base, it appears. Going to take down these destructible rocks. Oh, and GR Hooked saying that Crylogic used to be masters with Protoss, but switched to Zerg and got demoted to Diamond. So that is good intel. Thank you for that. Yeah, I was looking. I mean, his control is really good. Really good stuff. And I think he's making great decisions. I'm wondering why he's switching to Zerg. Maybe it's because they're OP. You know what? When it comes down to it, Starcraft 2 is OP. All of these guys, every single race in this game has got something that could be considered OP. Good stuff, however, we do have a couple lings here, just making sure that there are no expansions going down quite yet. A whole bunch of tanks, however, for Odanrot up here in the main. I assume that Crylogic going to be tech switching into something to deal with it. He is going to be grabbing Burrow here. Oh, that's actually not a bad little play, considering that Odanrot doesn't really have any detection out on this field right now. So it would come down to a scan, but once the Zerg or the Roaches pop out right up underneath your siege tanks, that could be a GG type scenario here. Actually, he's going to have to take out the wall first, though. He can't burrow under the wall. Yeah, okay. So never mind. He's going to have to burrow his way up onto the ramp and then pop out. That's still a lot of tanks to deal with. I would like to see him probably transition into air. Oh, yeah, he's got his spire coming down right now. Let's go check out where he's putting it. Where are you putting your spire, sir? There it is right there. Good old spire. We're going to probably see some mutas first, and I would assume towards the late game we're going to see a good old bunch of Broodlords. Broodlords going to be fairly effective against this unit composition of Odanrot. Notice that Crylogic, though, not beefing up his supply count is quite as much as Odanrot. Off 2 base here, Odanrot is really turtling very, very well here. Good. 3 Marauders in his army. How many Hellions does he have? My goodness, 11 Hellions. 7 siege tanks, and only 1 Marine. Too bad. I'm just kidding. There are a whole bunch of Marines, and he is going to be taking this army out onto the field. Now, this is a nice looking force. And Crylogic sticking with Roach Ling here. Does have +1/+1 on his Roach or on his Lings, and nothing except for the Carapace on the Roaches. No attack upgrade. Looks like he does have melee attack level 2 on the way, but he is going to skid his opponent while he is streaming these units out there. The tanks siege up, and Crylogic going to back out and wait for yet another opportunity to poke in and get some free kills. Tanks, where are you? The tank's not engaging here. It looks like they're just barely catching up, but Crylogic getting a whole bunch of infestors out. Great, Fungal's going down. That is absolutely going to stop this push here, I think. One more Fungal on these guys, and they are dead. No, no more Fungals, apparently. That is okay. It looks like these tanks are going to get taken out. However, he is sacrificing a lot of Roaches at this point that he doesn't really need to. Wow, and he lost all of his infestors. Actually, a little bit of misclicking there. That control is not super good yet. He's going to have to work on that. Infestor control, man. They are so gas heavy. You've got to be careful. You've got to keep them alive. It's too important to let those guys die. My goodness. He's going to be cruising up here with some Lings. And Crylogic going to back out here. Tank sieging up. Looks like he should be in okay position. Going to try and secure a third. Absolutely has to do that at this point. His main is extremely low. And by extremely low, I mean just about mined out. Almost completely, in fact, ladies and gentlemen. We do have 1 Marine standing guard. I don't know why this guy is still here, but he is probably very, very scared. He's like, it's not too far away, and I can hear the pitter-patter of little zergling feet. And I can hear the seething terror of Roaches. They're close. I can't quite see them, but I know they're close. He just saw some Lings run by him there. And he's about to see Ultras out on the field. Oh, look, he's going to... Hey, I'll shoot him. Why not? Why not? And here comes the attack. Whoa! Good exchange there. Looks like Odanrot maybe have taken just a little bit more losses than Crylogic did in that exchange. So good control there from Crylogic, taking those units out. That was a joke. It just happened to not be terribly funny. Bunch of infestors going to be cruising out across the field. Looks like we're going to see an extremely large amount of infested Terrans, and here they go, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Hellions cleaning them up. Great scan there, going down pretty quick. And Odanrot actually held on to quite a bit there. It would have been better if Crylogic, when he sent these guys over, instead of queuing that up to take out this mineral line, if he had tossed them down all in around this army, because then these siege tanks would have blasted them away. That's one thing to always remember. If you do go up against those siege tanks as a Zerg and you've got infestors out, you want to try and make those siege tanks splash damage against their allied units. It can be extremely effective. If he had just sat here and went all around this circle here, the tanks probably would have killed each other pretty dang quick. So that would have been interesting, but however, he did not. That is okay. He did, however, secure his third, and it is mining. A little bit oversaturated, perhaps. Looks like he's a little undersaturated, quite frankly, here. He could use a couple extra guys here. But his main is completely mined out, and these guys are going to really mine this out at about the same rate as having half of them. Yeah. But that's alright. Gotta have something to do, I guess, at this point, but Crylogic gearing up to have an extremely scary army, a bunch of ultras in this mix here. He's got +5 armor on these guys right now, and it is going to be +6 armor here momentarily. That +3 Carapace is going to be out. He's already got the chitinous plating complete. He's going to be grabbing some Broodlords and some more Corruptors. He's teching to just about everything, and melee attack level 3. Brutal stuff. This army is so scary right now. So very, very scary. And I do believe that this could be the final push. Crylogic looks like he may be sacking some Lings here. Yeah. He is going to go ahead and sack some Lings. A scan going to go down just to make sure nothing headed behind. He's sacking some Roaches as well. Nidus Canal going down. Looks like he may try and Nidus into his opponent's main with this entire army, I'm guessing. Not entirely sure what he's going to do with his Nidus network, but he does have Nidus Worms going down, 2 of them. Where's he putting them? They should be like right out here next to the army. We're in the natural. Are they in the main? Yep, there they are. There they are. And we do have Overlords going to be cruising towards the bases of Odanrot. Odanrot gonna have to be careful here, man. Did he scan that? He must have just scanned. I forgot about all that. And that's a lot of broods headed out across this field. Where are these Lings going? I wonder. We do have your first double Nidus Worms going down. And no reaction here from Odanrot. Crylogic with like absolutely free reign right now. And here come your broods. These guys gonna start picking away at this army. See, look at that. Those splash, man, is so brutal. The tank's just killing their own units here. And Crylogic going to be cruising forward with all of his ultras at this point as well. And here come the broods behind. Roaches and everything. Looks like he's taking out this expansion at the same time with just a couple Lings. But you know what? All in all, it is working extremely well. Looks like, wow, these tanks somehow holding on. Here come your broods. They do not attack air. The tanks are indeed going to go down. And they're helping these guys out. Actually, the Broodlords are doing a heck of a lot of damage here. Good. Fungal's going down here. Going to absolutely obliterate these SCVs. Odanrot down to 41. 33 supply. 29. It is dwindling, dwindling, dwindling so very quickly. Here comes some Vikings to try and take down these Broodlords. We're going to have some infested Terrans here for defense. Looks like that should be just enough, and indeed, look at that, how quickly they take those guys out. This base going down here, Odanrot down to 14 supply. We do have more Lings and Roaches cruising into the main here from the back side there, and looks as though Crylogic has made this happen. 199 supply, 200 supply now to 16, now 15, now 14, and 13. And that appears to be a GG, ladies and gentlemen. Odanrot, nice play from him. He really did an okay job. I think that he needed to get out that counter to the Broodlords just a little bit sooner, and I think he realized that himself. But all in all, it's been a really, really nice game here, and it appears that Crylogic will be moving on to, is it the semifinals already? No. We'll go check here in just a moment. I'm not sure what matchup we're in, or what part of the bracket we're in. If it's the round of 16 or the round of 8. There's the GG from Odanrot, however, and that is going to be game, ladies and gentlemen. Well played from Crylogic. I love it. Guys, it has been a wonderful evening thus far. We'll be continuing this good old-fashioned fun. Merry Christmas to everybody, and we will see you guys in just a little bit.